Nekki, they have a brand new song coming out in 2 minutes. It's 2 minutes to midnight. I am F5ing their YouTube page to see when the video does eventually come out. It might be a music video, it might just be audio. All I know is that Dreams is coming out at midnight, and it's a couple of minutes to midnight now. Anyway, look, I am a big fan of Nekki. If you've been following my myriad of channels, you'll probably know that. You might be saying, well, Howard, if you're such a big fan of Nekki, why are you not wearing their t-shirt? The reason I'm not wearing their t-shirt is because, I don't know if this will show up, but yeah, there you go. The t-shirt's signed. Thus, I never wear the t-shirt, because if I wear it, then it'll just get my horrible sweaty human juices all over it. By which I mean sweat. Yeah. Anyway, I am really excited about this because they're quite a new band. I came to them in a similar way to a lot of other people through their first single, which was such a big smash when that came out with at least the Japanese rock community, Get Over. I was really blown away by their debut EP, mini album, whatever you want to call it. On my main channel, Bucker Broadcast, I did a whole video talking about that in a lot of depth. You know, I really did like a proper scripted, thought out interview video talking about, why that was such a brilliant album and all the various tracks on it. And then subsequently as well, they followed that up with the song Loner, which, I love it. They seem to be staying true to all the core things that make them themselves. Melody, a sort of rock energy, but also a clean sound that's a little bit pop rock, but there's an emotional intensity, there's an honesty, there's a playfulness, there's a color that runs through everything. I really love this band. I came to them through Bandmade sort of fandom like a lot of other people, but if I'm honest with you, this is a band who, most of the things that I love about them are the things that maybe separate them from Bandmade, maybe separate them from so many other groups. And that's what I really enjoy about this. I might have come to them through that particular area. Sorry, my phone's going off. But I feel like now they are just very much their own thing. And that's what I'm excited to hear is what the next step in the Nekki journey is. All right, it's officially midnight. Let's F5 this, see if a music video came out. Fingers crossed. Not seeing a music video yet. I might have to go to audio only streaming. It might have only come out as audio. Let's see if they've posted anything new on their Nekki Twitter. I am using Twitter, and I'm calling it Twitter, by the way. I'm not getting into that, but I love Twitter, but I'm not going to call it that. All right, let's see. Give it a quick another try. Sometimes it takes a minute or so for these things to show up. Not seeing a music video. All right, so I'm going to go onto the streaming services. This is really weird because usually when I do these reactions, usually we know if there's like a premiere or something coming out, and there'll probably be a music video or something to follow this up anyway. But I'm going to open up Spotify then, see if I can find this song on there. But yes, we're not going to edit this, just like all of these reaction videos. See, like I said, if you go to my main channel, I do thought out videos there where it's like editing and scripts and stuff. But when you are on the reaction channel, this is all unedited, raw responses to things. There we go. Dreams is out now on streaming. Let's get that up on screen. There we go. I should point out, by the way, this is actually one of the fun things. I've got a lot of Rio here because I actually did an interview with Rio the other day. So that's cool. Let's just have one last look. Check no music video came out with it. That'll probably follow afterwards. I bet there was an announcement about that I didn't see. F5. No, maybe. Oh, no, maybe my computer's just decided it's had enough of my nonsense. It's like, no, you can't see that page again. No, there's no music video. All right, we're going to go straight in with the audio then, which I'm fine with. I hope you guys don't mind. I know some people don't like when you do audio-only reactions. I don't care. I just want to hear the song. And if a music video comes out later, I'll do a reaction to that on the basis of the music video. But all right, let's get the volumes all sorted out. And 3 minutes 40. I am really excited. I'm just being honest with you. I love this group. I really do. I'm really excited about this. Let's dive in, see what Dreams sounds like. I mean, with that many exclamation marks, not 5, not 3, 4. Interesting choice. Let's go. Oh, 4. I get it. Sorry, that sounds quite loud, isn't it? Oh, that's so pop punk. Oh, nice change up in the rhythm again. Listen to that bass work as well. As always, I'm just hoping the chorus pays it off because such a good start. They're so good at doing like those pop rock choruses. And yeah, I know it's something we've heard this kind of thing before, but I just think they do it so well. Kanako is killing it on the drums as always. Those little touches like the bass. It's the little nuances they get right. But also these big choruses. Alright, bridge time. Oh, I love that. The song bridge going into the solo. It's so old school, but they executed that perfectly. I love that solo. I'll explain why later. Yeah. Vocal layering! Nice. Okay, look, I'm going hands up in the air, full disclosure. I am 100% aware that if this is not your sort of thing, I'm 100% aware there's going to be a lot of people to whom they will probably say, oh, it's just a pop rock song. I get that. Look, I'm going to put my hands up and say I have got like some bias on this. And I'm not even talking about Nekki bias. Just this whole sound of this song appeals to me I think this whole sound of this song is part of one of the reasons why I love Nekki, which maybe sometimes separates me from some of the fans who've come over from said mentioned other band. There's something about the whole sound of this. Now, for a start, so let's just get to the good things first of all, and then I'll start picking through the details. I mean, first of all, that chorus is absolutely brilliant. And as I think will be a running theme in this review, I am aware as well that chorus is perhaps not super complicated. You know, we're looking at the sort of normal 4-chord pattern and everything. It's probably rather akin to what you'd expect from a Western pop rock song. But what separates this from really a lot of the songs that might seem comparable at first glance is partly in the details and the nuance, but there's a few things. First of all, I have to say, again, the whole way that everything goes together is brilliant as well. I do think that the verses are nice and simple. You've got that sort of normal verse, pre-chorus, chorus build up. You know, the pre-chorus goes a little bit sparse and sort of, you know, winds back the spring so you can punch in the chorus. But this is where you start to notice the little nuances. I was really intrigued. If you listen, Kanako's not playing anything super complicated on the drums, but again, and this is one of the reasons why I've been really impressed by Kanako in the entire body of Nekki work, is that she's so good at being subtle, seeming to be in the background, but really picking out the perfect rhythm, the perfect time for little quick fills, little changes in the rhythm. She nails that perfectly. So, it just feels like Nekki have always got these really interesting things happening in the rhythm, but you have to listen to notice them. A similar thing again when it comes to the bass work. Candid, who, by the way, recently had her signature pink bass come out, which was seriously cool. I love that. And by the way, massive respect for having a signature bass that's actually affordable to normal people. I love that. So many bands have signature guitars where it's just like, most of us look at it and go, well, look, that's not affordable, or I'd have to give up on basically everything that makes life livable to afford that. Big respect. Candid's got a signature bass which is expensive, obviously, but is within the realms of reality. So big respect to that. I like what she did here. It was one of her simpler bass lines. Yeah, I'm not saying there's not room, there's possibly room to do more complicated stuff, but it was nice. It went with the tone of the song, and she had those playful little bits. There were playful little bass runs in there, which were, again, very subtle, very much in the background. Exception to that one little bit, I think it was at the end of the second verse, where she just suddenly does like a little slap sort of flicker. That was really cool. The lead guitar, once again, the work that she puts in there, beautifully. Again, not jumping to the front, just bringing things out of the arrangement with like nice little counter guitar lines. That's brilliant. And Hika's vocals, I love her voice. I think her voice is absolutely gorgeous. So let's break down to the other factor as well, which is the song arrangement. Again, very much your predictable intro. I mean, the intro straight from the outset was like, well, this just sounds like standard pop rock. And yeah, in many ways it's standard intro. First pre-chorus, chorus, first pre-chorus, chorus, bridge, chorus. As I mentioned, yes, I am aware they did that very normal thing where the pre-chorus is sort of like winding back the spring so you get more punch in the chorus. It follows a very predictable route, but it's the execution. And this is a hard thing to say. Sometimes when you say, look, there's a standard contemporary way of doing a pop rock song, it's very easy to think, well, of all of the bands who maybe do a copy-paste version of that. But the way to stand out when you're doing something that everyone's heard before is to do it absolutely perfectly and still maintain your own sound. So this 100% sounds like a Nekki song, but the execution here is perfect. Like I said, those little details, like the changes in Kanako's drum rhythm and all that sort of thing. Yeah, we know that. But on top of that as well, when you got into that bridge, I really like the bridge because the bridge followed on from the second chorus. And you notice how it didn't feel like we'd suddenly gone into a bridge. It wasn't like, with a lot of songs like, okay, now time for the bridge. This just kind of like, it was like the chorus continued, the energy continued, but then the chords shifted in different direction. The melody just expanded. It was like the second chorus just expanded out into the bridge, which meant that we had this beautiful melodic sung bridge, which is such a great thing. I love that when a bridge is, rather than just, all right, let's go to a guitar solo now because it's that time, or let's suddenly have a breakdown and go quiet. I mean, all those things can work, but to do a bridge where it's just like, okay, we're going to expand upon the current position of the chord pattern and melody and just have it expand out and now go into a slightly different direction and come back round. That's just quintessential good, like melody and chord songwriting. That's where your focus is on the essentials. You're not trying to gimmick your way into doing something interesting. You've just got more to give with the way that you've written the song. So I love that. And then the way that shot you straight into the guitar solo, which was just such a fundamental pop rock style guitar solo, that was beautiful because it felt earned. The guitar solo felt earned. It didn't feel just thrown in there. It felt like you'd been built up to that by the sung bridge and then put into the guitar solo, which nicely sets you up for the final chorus. So that was beautifully done. I was going to mention as well with the guitar solo, I really love that because the song had a certain degree of sheen to it. Yeah, it was obviously written to have a very nice, clean pop rock sheen to it, which it pulled off beautifully. And in songs like that, when you've got a guitar solo, it feels a little bit more kind of off the cuff, a little bit more ragged, but in an intentional way. Like there was a little bit where just like there was a couple of pauses between a couple of notes, and a couple of notes sounded very like she was sliding between them. It was designed obviously to have a little bit of personality, a little bit of attitude, and rather than just being your sort of normal, clean, everything's wailing guitar solo, it had a little bit of I would say an attitude, kind of like a little bit of a carefree, punky attitude to it. And for me, that sounded very intentional, and it really worked. Because again, it stopped the guitar solo feeling arbitrary. The guitar solo actually felt like it really had purpose. I just want to see if we can wind that back quietly. So, I love this bit. See, that's a proper build-up. Just slightly falling behind the beat. That little pause there. Even the end, those last few notes, I've got to stop it there because otherwise I'm just going to listen to it on repeat play. Those last few notes, it deliberately sounded just that little bit kind of fun janky. Like a fun kind of janky, very intentional kind of janky that kind of gives you the feeling and the image. It evokes that image of like a garage band. It gives a little bit of personality back to a song that already has a lot of sheen. And I love the final. I was already just totally sold when we went into the final chorus. And then they did that thing that I really love where we've got a good chorus, play it out one more time and then layer the vocals up just so it's like that celebratory moment where everyone knows that we love the last chorus, but we're going to give that extra little bit of love to the final crescendo. I fucking love this. I really, I'm so fucking happy. This is amazing. And it's weird because look, if anyone sort of said, well, Howard, it just felt like a pop rock song to me, I totally get that. I have a bit of a love for these songs that are joyous and, you know, it is playing a lot of archetypes that might not be for everyone. I 100% get that. This just hits me right in the right spot. And this is one of the reasons why I love Nekki. This is one of those songs where I listen to it and this is the sort of thing that I love about Nekki. This is why I love this band. If they sounded more like Bandmade, I'm sure a lot of other people would love that. And I love that the two fan bases have come together. But for me, I love this stuff where they sound nothing like Bandmade because I love the two bands for very different reasons. And this, to me, Ray Gang Girl, you know, Loner, but basically everything they do, that's Nekki, and I'm fucking there for it. Those are my thoughts. As always, get in the comments, tell what you think, and until I hopefully see you very soon in Japan for the next one of these. For now, ciao, ciao.